By day, he carried water for bread. By night, he carried philosophy in silence. Cleanthes came to Athens with little money, but with a soul already trained by lack. He did not arrive through marble gates, or enter wisdom wearing comfort and praise. The city admired sharp tongues, polished robes, and men who seemed born for applause. But Cleanthes brought rough hands, tired shoulders, and hunger stronger than humiliation. Ancient memory says he worked through darkness, drawing water so he could study by day. While others slept beneath easier roofs, he moved through cold streets beneath stars. Every jar he carried pressed against his body, but could not crush his inward aim. Before philosophy gave him a name, labor had already made him difficult to break. In Athens, Zeno taught beneath painted columns, where restless men came searching for wisdom. Some wanted arguments that made them admired. Others wanted teachings that made them powerful. Cleanthes listened like a man being rebuilt, not like a man performing intelligence. He did not come to decorate his mind. He came to govern his soul. Lesson 1 is that endurance begins when pride stops demanding a noble-looking road. Many quit because the path appears small, repetitive, unseen, humiliating, and painfully ordinary. Cleanthes teaches that greatness often enters quietly, wearing dust before it ever wears honor. A soul becomes strong when it stops asking whether discipline looks impressive to spectators. Cleanthes was mocked for being slow, as if wisdom belonged only to brilliance. They saw a heavy mind moving carefully and mistook depth for weakness. But slowness became one of his weapons, because what entered slowly stayed deeply. The crowd laughed at his pace, while endurance was building a man time respected. Lesson 2 is that consistency defeats talent when talent refuses to kneel before discipline. The world worships quick minds, fast results, and people who shine without visible struggle. But ungoverned brilliance collapses when hardship asks for payment in pain. Cleanthes shows that the slow, faithful soul can outlast the gifted soul that quits. He carried water through the city, while carrying Zeno's teaching inside his chest. Each heavy jar became a private school. Each step became a silent argument. Philosophy was not escape from sweat, hunger, poverty, repetition, or ordinary duty. It was the art of meeting life without letting hardship steal the throne inside. Lesson 3 is that work becomes wisdom when the soul refuses to despise it. Many modern hearts feel wounded by small tasks, as if usefulness insults their hidden greatness. They want meaningful lives without menial seasons, and victory without the road that humbles. Cleanthes teaches that no honest labor can shame the person who governs himself. The disgrace is not carrying water, but being too proud to carry responsibility. A weak ego needs every task to confirm its importance before it moves. A governed soul can kneel to labor because its dignity does not depend on status. Cleanthes did not become smaller through service. He became too strong for humiliation. Athens could see his poverty, but not the empire forming within him. The streets saw jars, sandals, dust, and a man returning quietly before dawn. But Zeno saw a student shaped by pressure, obedience, hunger, and return. What the crowd dismissed as heaviness, discipline was secretly turning into authority. Lesson 4 is that humility protects wisdom from becoming another costume for vanity. A proud student wants to be seen before truth has made him smaller. A humble student accepts correction, delay, silence, and difficult beginnings without worshipping his image. Cleanthes became teachable because he refused to make his ego the lesson. There is a strength that never announces itself, because noise would only weaken its purity. Cleanthes did not need applause to continue, or recognition to prove the path was real. He trusted the hidden arithmetic of discipline, where small obediences become invisible wealth. The world counts results after they appear, but wisdom counts what repetition creates in secret. Lesson 5 is that private discipline creates public strength before anyone knows your name. What a man does alone in darkness prepares him for daylight's heavier burdens. The water jars, empty streets, and tired muscles were not interruptions to his philosophy. They were the furnace where wisdom stopped being spoken and started becoming flesh. When Zeno died, Cleanthes eventually carried forward the school that once carried him. The poor water drawer became a Stoic leader, not by demanding honor, but becoming worthy. His rise did not erase his humility, because endurance had carved it too deeply. The man who once carried jars now carried the tradition through time. Lesson 6 is that leadership belongs safely only to those who served deeply. A man who never carried weight may confuse authority with permission to dominate. But one who has labored humbly understands burden, weakness, patience, and restraint. Cleanthes teaches that the strongest leaders remember the road that disciplined them before recognition arrived. Lesson 7 is that the soul must choose endurance before suffering chooses its season. Hard days expose the training people avoided and reveal the comforts they secretly worshipped. Cleanthes did not become strong by accident or steady because life treated him gently. When hardship came, it found a man already acquainted with hunger, silence, and wait. The silent path deepens when endurance becomes more than survival and turns into mastery. Cleanthes teaches that the humble road may be the highest road disguised as dust. A disciplined soul does not need easy conditions to become steady, useful, and free. Carry the weight before you carry the crown, and hardship will find fewer places to break you. Athens saw a man carrying water. Wisdom saw a man carrying fire.